Good morning, everybody. Welcome in. How's everybody feeling this morning? So I woke up, I was thinking about God and how I consult God on a lot of things, and um, a lot of times I use Google as well. And now it seems like there's a Google AI, and things populate on there when you ask it. And it kind of was interesting to think about who we consult when we're wondering about something. And I'm making all these videos and these shorts on YouTube, and it's sometimes got me thinking, what can I do next? And so a lot of times I'll just get on and kind of try to figure out YouTube and the algorithm and do trial and error. I'll ask questions. I'll type in questions on Google and try to figure things out, and that's helpful. But it doesn't always answer my questions. And so I typically end up saying, you know what, I forgot that I need to really ask God, what am I supposed to do next? How many of us forget that God is always present? I know I do. I experienced it just a couple weeks ago when I was experiencing severe stomach pain, and I had another driver come out and kind of wait with me for EMS. And in my moment, he asked me, because I told him I was scared. Well, I said I was scared, and he asked me if I was a praying man, and I said yes. And he just kind of put his hand on my forearm and said a little prayer, and it really put my mind at ease. And I thought, in my moment of pain, because it was a 10 out of 10 pain in my abdomen, and I just thought, all I could think about was this pain. But when he was saying this prayer, I remembered, God is always there, and I need to remember to just be faithful and just know that no matter what happens, I'll be okay. And it'll be in the hands of the EMS when they get there, and the doctors when I get to ER, if I needed to go there, which I did. And so it had me thinking, if I could lean on God more and ask the questions of God, and know that He's there and He's going to solve whatever issue I'm going through. I think it's been a huge benefit in my life, especially sometimes making these videos. This is a sobriety channel, it's a faith channel, and I try not to get too opinionated on any of the communities I'm in, including this one, because we all have our own journeys, but this one happens to be mine. And so it got me thinking, how great would it be if we could just kind of drop everything and be there for the people that we care about, like God does for us? How cool would that be to just have the people in our lives be number one, and everything else make it just a distant number two? And so I got to thinking about how God plays a role in that for me, because when I need Him, He's there for me. And since I got sober, and in fact I got sober because I begged God for help, He's been able to answer one prayer after another for me, to the point where I know that He's there and he's listening to me. And so I just feel like, how cool would that be to just be able to do that for the people in our lives that we love? And so, but my initial thought was AI and God, and how AI is kind of taking over as something that we use as a tool. I went to a seminar for Tony Robbins about a week ago or so, and it was how to use this AI tool to your advantage on how to grow your business. And in it, he talked basically about how it helps with spreadsheets, and and goals and that kind of thing specifically. But it got me thinking about how that impacts our daily lives now, and where we're headed with all this. And yes, I use Google, and I use it to help come up with ideas on uh, how to build this channel. Um, but at the end of the day, and it's typically when things aren't working well, I have to stop and think, what am I not doing right? What am I not thinking of? And I always end up coming back to the same thing. I built this channel for God's glory. I'm doing this for God's kingdom and to grow the kingdom. And so I started posting these prayers. It started with Genesis 1, 2, and 3, and I did Psalm yesterday, and Psalm 35, and I'm gonna continue doing these shorts, just because, like I said in one of my previous videos, it's that we use these formats, these shows, as a tool. And the reason why The Chosen was so beneficial for me was because the acting was so good, and is so good, and it's so well done and modern feeling that it makes it interesting to me. And so, just like I got sober and I started to change from needing help on my sober communities to being the one that provided help for others, I feel like I can do that with faith as well, and take what I've started to read the Bible at the beginning of the year, the Robert Roberts plan, and I started reading it, and it basically goes back and forth between the Old Testament and New Testament, and it's usually between 10 and 20 minutes of reading a day, and it's just a few chapters from a few passages, a few books of the Bible, and I started taking screenshots of those when I would see something that really touched something in my heart about, like, what I went through with my sobriety and in my life, and my drinking, even before I quit drinking, how it kind of, something that what I could relate to. I would take a screenshot of that, and this started back in January, and I didn't know what I was going to do with those screenshots, but I made the Genesis 1 short, and it seemed to get a lot of attention, and so I started to think, well, maybe I should continue on with that, with the screenshots of the Bible verses that I've taken, and build those into this platform. And so that's kind of what I'm going to do, and maybe put some music with it, and kind of make it a little bit more exciting for people that do find the Bible boring. I never really read the Bible because I did find it to be boring. And again, you can Google Bible verses, and I do that, and it does help, and I kind of read some different opinions and some different things. But this has just been my journey, and in my faith, and especially since I got sober, I find faith fascinating. I find the Bible fascinating, and that's all thanks to my new church. Well, it's not new now, it's a couple years now, but it's the church and The Chosen and my pastor and God. He's put these things into my life to make things more exciting for me, and now I'm able to learn more, and then I feel like I can give back more. So wherever you are in your journey, in your faith or in your sobriety or both, just know that the Bible was written by ordinary people, and I feel like the best writers in the world couldn't make this stuff up, and but these books were written by ordinary people, and I believe, and I believe in my heart that these things are true, and I do believe that Jesus is my Lord and Savior. And so wherever you are, just take faith that you're on the right path, I believe, and I'm glad that you're here. If you take anything from this, like and subscribe this channel, and I hope to see you soon in the future. Have a great day.